The SH Monsterarts Shimo from Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire.
SH, what are you doing? Seriously?
A figure that Tamashii released to mostly negative reception.
We got 70 comments, and I think like 2 of them are positive. Just make your way down. It's just like, no. Poor Duncan. Duncan's here is like, looks neat, clean, and the first response is, no, that's not true.
Inaccurate, lack of paint, lack of accessories, overpriced.
Yeah, that's right. SH genuinely expects us to pay $240 to $260 for this thing. You cannot make this shit up.
Why on earth would anybody spend almost $250 on this Shimo when there's one that costs literally a fourth of the price from Hiya Toys? You would think, with all of this negative reception, that I would have the mental conscience to not spend $50 less than the amount of the SH Monsterarts Biollante Special Color version. You would think that I wouldn't contribute to this. You would think that I wouldn't spend $230 on a figure that's inaccurate, lack of paint, is arguably to some people too big, and is contributing to the Build-A-Kong problem. Right? Well, you'd be wrong, unfortunately. So hello everybody, my name is Seismic, and welcome to yet another figure review video. I said that I would be only making figure reviews for special cases like this, and this has been one that I've been planning for a very long time. And as you can also see, I've cleaned up the studio a little bit and put some new lights in, so that way it's a little easier to see me. Since the last video I was in person, I was pretty much in the dark. Today we have a pretty interesting package today. As you saw from the intro of the video, and I've been hyping this up for a little bit, this is the SH Monsterarts Shimo in this box. So, yeah, I took the liberty of spending that much money on this figure and, you know, setting this all up. Like, this is a new table as well. And, yeah, I would say that a lot of people don't really like how the SH Monsterarts Shimo looks. Number one, because she's based off of her concept art design. Number two, the proportions regardless just look a little weird. Number three, the articulation definitely looks a little questionable. And a slew of other things like underpainted and whatnot. So I like Shimo. So I just kind of wanted this figure because I like merchandise with my girl. And two things, I didn't really have a Shimo's shirt, so we're just wearing Destroy a shirt, blue and red. But it's late. And number two, sorry if there's a lack of soul in my face right now. I need to get a new battery for this mask, and they're very obscure, so it's been kind of a quest to find them. But honestly, I'm just considering just painting around where the ring is, but we'll see. Without further delay, I would say let's go ahead and get this figure open. So yeah, let's go. I've got my big knife here, and yeah, let's get started. So while I unbox this, I figured I'd do a little bit of a rain check on you guys, see how y'all are doing, see what's up with y'all. It's definitely been a chaotic first month of the year for me, but we're slowly getting back on track. And, you know, honestly, I thought that this figure was supposed to release, like, initially in Japan in, like, May. But no, she released pretty quickly, I would say. Oh shit, you bumped my antenna. Let me fix my antenna real quick. And there she is. The SH Monsterarts Shimo from Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. And I really hope that's in frame, because if not, this is gonna look really stupid. Okay, so honestly, I didn't even know that Shimo was a premium Bandai release. But yeah, I mean, without further ado, this is just her standard premium cardboard packaging that she comes in for shipping and whatnot. So now let's take a baby knife and let's get the actual box out of here. So So yeah, oh god, I hate that noise so much. Okay, we unboxed her upside down. Let's get her flipped around. Voila! The Monsterarts Shimo. Taking a look at the box, I mean, it's pretty standard. It's a longer box, that's for sure. I can already tell she's gonna be a shelf hog for sure. But you know, it looks nice. I like the whole like multicolored, foggy look to it. One thing I do like about these boxes is this up here for some reason. I don't know, I just think that looks very nice. Looking at the back here, it just shows some more promo photos, as well as showing the extra Kong head accessory you can get with it, which honestly, definitely think one major complaint about this figure is like, if you're gonna add a Kong accessory, why not a frostbitten hand? Why they didn't do that, I don't know. It's SH Monsterarts, what do you expect? I definitely think another thing that would have helped this figure is definitely like a frost breath accessory or something, or hell, maybe even like the shackles that she has around her neck in the film. I don't know, just something. But no, instead we get one singular Kong accessory because this whole wave is just build a Kong wave. Anyway, it doesn't matter. To me personally, I think it's just like a nitpick more than anything, but I could see why people don't really approve of it anyways. So yeah, let's get her open. So only being held together by 2 pieces of duct tape, which I feel like is standard, but you'd think there'd be more protection. Oh wow. Yeah, she's bright. Da, 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 da. Feel just excuse me for a minute. Oh, these weren't even plugged in. Oof, okay. So I guess to preface, Kong head accessory. Let's see, is the silver tooth? Yeah, the silver tooth is in there. It only took us more than a year to get that. Just kind of looking at it, just like right here. I mean, she's wow. I mean, despite her not being accurate, it's still, fuck man, it's just still so cool to see an articulated Shimo finally. Let's see, does anything fall off whenever I take her out? Ooh, this is scary. Okay, nothing fell off. Let me just put this over here. Like so, let me actually put that back in there. Now we'll just put this over here for now, and then it just completely falls apart. Wow, she feels solid. Wow, she's got some like solid plastic to her. I like that. One thing I'm immediately noticing is it does not seem that the mouth can close all the way. So that's this is a mouth breather Shimo for sure. But I mean, yeah, there she is. We finally have it. We finally have an articulated SH Monsterarts Shimo. And obviously it's hard to look at her through the mask, but kind of just seeing it through the little clear slits. I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's cool to find, oh, she's spiky, be careful. I think it's cool to finally have a Shimo in my collection that's not the fucking Playmates. Definitely noticing she's a little bit, she's a little hefty. She's a little bit of a heftier figure for sure. I would say, you know, obviously sculpt isn't very accurate. I mean, if you just give it the silhouette, it looks like Shimo. That's one argument that I hate, because people are like, even the silhouette doesn't look like Shimo. Shut the fuck up. If you gave the silhouette of this figure, you would know like, oh, that's Shimo. But I mean, she's definitely not like film accurate, but I don't know, man, this is still cool to see. It's still cool to see a big, you know, hefty, articulated Shimo figure, since High is taking absolutely forever with their most recent releases.
What the fuck? Damn it! Holy shit!
You know. Okay, so it's been a couple days, as you can see, because I have a new shirt on, and probably because you can see in the back that I've completely reorganized the area. I got a couple comments on like a couple of my last posts saying that I should do like a room tour video. So I don't know if y'all would be interested in that, but let me know if y'all do, since I basically just flipped this room on its head. I've had a couple days, about like a week or two, to look at the SH Monsterarts Shimo, and honestly, it's a pretty good fucking figure if I'm gonna be honest. I definitely think, like, obviously, the first thing we're gonna go into is sculpt work. As you can tell, she's not necessarily accurate to her source material, but I mean, looking past that, I actually think the sculpting on this figure is actually pretty good. I like the detailing and whatnot on it. I think she looks really good. And even some of my friends, whenever they saw her, because she's like one of the newer additions to my collection, they also said they really like the sculpt and detail work on her. I mean, yeah, obviously she's not like 100% accurate to her source material, but I don't know. I do think it's kind of cool that we also have a figure of the concept art Shimo. Obviously, I would have preferred for her to be film accurate, obviously, but I think for what we have, it is pretty neat. Now, going on to the paint, it's definitely lackluster. I would describe it as being like pretty much just like the bare minimum. Like, she's got her white and she's got her blue, and her nails, eyes, and mouth and teeth are painted, and that's really about it. I looked at this figure, and I know a lot of people said that she looks like she has like some form of an iridescent coat on her. I don't really think so, if I'm gonna be honest. I think it's just, she just has some like really shiny white paint on her, or they just gave her a really glossy coat of protection. So yeah, definitely think the paint is a little lackluster on this girl, but I mean, I don't really know what to say. Can't really justify it. I definitely do think, considering what I've seen what SH Monsterarts can do with paint, like I know what they can do with this stuff. So yeah, definitely think the painting could have been a little bit better on her. As for articulation, if you guys have already seen on my Instagram, if you follow that, I did pose around with her a little bit. I'll post like a couple photos of some poses that I got her in right here, and obviously you'll see it in some B-roll footage. But honestly, she's got some pretty decent articulation on her. Looking at, like, before I got this figure, I did like watch a couple of unboxing videos on Shimo, and they really didn't move her around that much, so that kind of worried me that her articulation was going to be a little lackluster. But from what I've seen, she can actually hit some pretty good poses, and the joint quality on this figure is actually really good. And that's something that I've noticed with SH Monsterarts. The quality on the bigger figures, for sure, is definitely a lot better. Like, they put more time into it. I did notice, I'll see if I can try and capture it. I noticed that like one of the hips, yeah, right here, this hip is a little bit loose, so sometimes hitting some poses where she's like bipedal, definitely can be a little bit hard, but with like a little bit of finagling and finesse, I was able to get some poses. So yeah, if you want like a full length review of her articulation, I'm not necessarily the person to go to for it, but there are plenty of videos out there by now that show her articulation in better quality than I can. And they're more brave to experiment with this figure than I am, because I'm not. I'd like to keep my $230 figure in good condition and not broken, because I tried to experiment and snapped her arm in half or something. Oh yeah, right. And also for accessories, you get you get one Kong head accessory for their newest GXK Kong, and it's the growling face. That's also from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Kong 2021. But this time, it has the silver tooth, and there is a tooth that doesn't even have painting on it. So I must have gotten really lucky and gotten the Kong head accessory that was in the promo photos. Great. I mean, it's fine. It's cool that we get to see like an exclusive head be put in like a retail release. I don't think I've really ever seen something like that before. Maybe in the Dragon Ball figure lineup that they have for SH Figuarts, but not for SH Monsterarts from what I've seen, so it's cool. I don't need it because I have custom head accessories for my Kong, so it doesn't matter to me, but definitely would have liked maybe a frostbite accessory for her, or frost breath, whatever her attack is called. Just something, maybe even like the little chains or the skeletal like restraints that she had at the beginning of the movie, but no, all you get is a Kong head, so that's cool, I guess. Anyways, let's get on to some size comparisons. So first up, I'll show her with some SH Monsterarts Monsterverse figures. And honestly, I would say that she actually scales well with these. Maybe a little bit smaller than what I would have liked, but to be fair, I also do like my Shimo to be a little bit bigger, so I think that's just a personal preference. Next up is some SH Monsterarts Toho figures. Again, I think she scales fine with them. Can't really say anything about that. She's definitely like one of the larger figures in the lineup. And then next up, we have some Haya Monsterverse figures. And I think she scales up fine with these. I don't really have anything to complain about. It'll be interesting to see how the Haya Toys Shimo scales up with the SH Monsterarts, considering I think they also bumped up her size a little bit. And then next up, we have her up with against with the Playmates GXK line. So these are figures that you probably have in your collection, and so you can kind of get a good census for how big she is. And then finally, here's just a couple of other figures that you might have in your collection to kind of give a general consensus on what the size is like. And for one more, I've never gotten to actually put this figure in a size comparison video. Let me see if I can get him down. Here's like just for a fun final comparison. Here is the Haya Toys King Ghidorah, the special color version. There we go. And as you can clearly see, whenever you put her up against this guy, she all of a sudden looks a lot bigger. And I'll put a photo like somewhere up here showing her on like a bipedal stance. And yeah, she's pretty freaking tall. It's actually crazy how tall she is compared to this guy. So yeah, here's just a fun little size comparison for y'all. And yeah, let's get into our final thoughts, shall we? All right, so overall, my final thoughts on this figure is, I mean, she's got her problems, but I still kind of like it. I like this figure, I really do. Like, yeah, I do have my problems with it and whatnot, and for the price, you're definitely not getting your buck for your bang, or your bang for your buck, you know what I mean? But, I don't know. I still think she's a cool figure. I can't speak. But I do understand why people are not really gonna like this figure of Shimo. She's very expensive, inaccurate, has minimal paint, you know, all of that, has no accessories, is contributing to basically the build a Kong thing. So I understand why people won't buy this one and will just save it for the Haya. I understand that completely, but I am a huge Shimo fan, so, you know, I have a little bias for this figure, and I really like her. Also, to be honest, I was just very tired of only having a Playmate Shimo as my main Shimo figure. So you can also call it desperation and bias if you want. I don't care. I'm happy. And, you know, if you want this figure, more power to you. I always encourage that you can buy whatever you want and enjoy it however you want. You know, don't listen to other people's input on the internet. You know, formulate your own opinions and whatnot. But for the people who have decided they don't want to get this figure and they'll just save for the Haya, I do understand. So yeah, this is a little bit of a different video than what I'm normally used to doing. SH Monsterarts is releasing a Mother Legion figure, so whenever that comes out, and you know for sure that I will be buying it, along with Iris. I do need to get Iris soon. I will for sure be putting this back up and setting it up to review those because I do like making this type of content. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my very short review on Shimo. I probably am not the main guy to look for a professional review on this because I'm a little biased towards this figure as well. So, but regardless, I do hope you enjoyed this. More augmentation videos are coming soon, more discussion videos are coming soon, along with some special stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. I know the beginning of 2025 has been a little lackluster in terms of content on the Seismic channel, but you know, it's just hard to sometimes get this stuff out. But anyways, I'll let you guys get going. With that being said, I'm Seismic. Subscribe if you're interested. Drink plenty of water. I will see you all on the flip side. Peace out.